There was one month I was paying rent in New York, and I think I was in that apartment only 4 nights for the whole month. And that's when I really knew that this was something I wanted. Everything I could ever need and want is in this van. I'm Samantha. This is my 1999 Chevy Express 1500 conversion van that I converted all by myself. And I've been living in her for 2 years, so come and check it out. Welcome inside my van. The first thing when you walk in is my kitchen. And my favorite part of my whole kitchen is this sink that I have. I really wanted a big, deep sink because I thought I would need to wash my hair in the sink, which I've not once ever done. But I basically just use it for storage now, so it comes in super handy. My other favorite thing is my tiled countertops, and pink is definitely my favorite color. So it was a nice way to try to incorporate pink in with the brown. Originally, this was all gonna be cabinets because everything I did, I learned on YouTube. I would watch a video and then the next day, that's what I would build. And so I sat around for hours, days, I think, trying to figure out how to build cabinets, and I just did not. It was the very last thing I built and I was over it. And my mom actually suggested that I get some of these like railings, and then we just found baskets to fit up there, and it's been really great storage and nothing ever flies off. At my mom's house, I always love to use china. Her and I collect china, and so I wanted to find a way to be able to have beautiful cups to drink my coffee and tea out of. And so I found these at the Goodwill. They were only 99 cents, but they're just hanging from rubber hooks. So when I put them together, I just made sure the cups wouldn't hit each other, and I've never had a problem. I didn't actually build the cabinets myself. I just bought them from Home Depot already made, and then I just like shaped the back of them so it would fit against the curve of the wall. So it's just like standard cupboards, which are stuffed full to capacity of junk, and then 2 drawers, and this one is a fake drawer. If I were going to change something in my kitchen, it would be to not do the tile countertops because they're very difficult to clean. But also, I absolutely hate pulling out my camping stove every single time I want to cook something. So I think I would build it into the countertop. I am a rare person with a regular job. Although I don't know if my job is considered regular, it's kind of nomadic in itself, but I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. The van actually works perfectly for me because I am flying around for probably more than half the month. There was one month I was paying rent in New York, and I think I was in that apartment only 4 nights for the whole month. And that's when I really knew that this was something I wanted to do. So I was already watching all the YouTubers and Instagrammers do it, and I had always wanted to do it, but I am a flight attendant, and at the time I was working so much that there was no way I would have time to do a build. And then when the pandemic hit, I found myself out of work with nothing to do at home. So probably within like 3 days, I just found a van on Facebook Market, bought it, and then I built it out over like maybe 3 months. And then I want to say my original build was probably another $4,000, and then there were some expensive purchases like the refrigerator, and maybe the heater came later that added a little bit to the cost, but those I don't think are like absolute necessities. So I think total I would say it was about 6 or 7,000. And I just wanted to do it for fun, but also I'm based in New York City, and rent was really expensive. And I thought, you know, maybe this was something I could do in New York to save money, and it's been super successful. This is my bedroom. My bed is a full-size bed, but I did have to shorten it on either side. So I'm 5'4". I can fully stand up in my van, but I can't lay fully across. Most of that is because I didn't know what I was doing really when I was framing the walls. So there's quite a bit of extra space on either side of the walls here, but it works. I just sleep diagonal and I can fit all the way across. We have a TV in here. This is actually the TV that came with the van originally, and I just kept it because it is a 12 volt. So I have two of these cupboards, one up front and one back here. The one up front just holds more kitchen stuff, but this one houses just a bunch of clothes, and I pretty much keep it like stuffed as full as I can at all times. And there's just Velcro on there holding that closed. I also have more storage underneath the bed. There's basically just like clothing drawers right here, and then on either side, over on this side underneath, I have more clothes, like my winter clothes, boots, coats, things like that. And then over here is where I house my leisure battery system. I wish I would have given myself a closet to hang stuff. I think that's my only regret as far as storage. My absolute biggest regret in the entire van build has to do with the bedroom, and that's just not utilizing as much space with the walls as I could. So there's probably like 4 extra inches of space on both sides, and I would love to have just been able to sleep all the way across. That's my biggest regret. So all the electrical stuff happens on this side of the van. I have 2 100 amp hour AGM batteries. I have a Sterling Power DC to DC charger, and currently that is the only way that I charge my leisure batteries, which when I was traveling every day was perfectly sufficient. If you stay stationary a long time, I do recommend doing solar, but we do not have solar on this van. And then for other stuff, I have this portable power bank that I like to use to charge my smaller devices, my cell phone and stuff like that, so I don't have to totally wear down my leisure batteries. I like to save that for the ceiling fan and the heater now that the weather's getting cold. I did have help with a friend who's an electrician. He helped me put it together because I tried desperately to learn how to do it, and that was really difficult. But I think if I could do it all over again, I would completely just run off of a portable power bank. I think that might be an unpopular opinion, but so many things go wrong with electrical systems, and unless you are capable or willing to fix them, that can be like a really hefty thing. So I would also have liked to use that for just more storage. Surprisingly, the transition from going from like, what's the opposite of minimalist? Like very materialistic living to minimalism was super easy for me. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. I will say I think I was fortunate because I have a lot of family with big houses. So initially I could leave a lot of my belongings somewhere, so I didn't feel like I was giving everything up all at once. I don't think a lot of people have that privilege. But within months, I was back at their houses and I just got rid of everything I owned because I realized I didn't need it at all. So everything I could ever need and want is in this van. I think I've only had 2 instances that I did not feel safe, but I pretty much just follow my instincts. If I'm ever somewhere that I don't feel safe because I am by myself all the time, I just drive away. When I was traveling, I probably missed out on cool parking opportunities because if I didn't have cell service, I wouldn't park somewhere. Just stuff like that, but all of those things added to me feeling safe. There was one time I was parked at like a boat landing and it was pitch black out, and in the middle of the night some people came and I pulled out my knife to sleep like next to my bed, and I thought, if I don't feel safe to the point that I need to sleep next to a weapon of some sort, then I probably shouldn't be parked here, and then I just drove away. So in the back of my van, we have this beautiful, glamorous garage storage area. I just used the same cedar planks I used on the entire van build for the back, and it's just attached with standard cupboard lock hooks. And pretty much I just keep everything back here I don't want in front. So we have extra diesel fuel for the diesel heater, which is in a red can, which I know is incorrect before a million people comment that. I have extra oil. We have all the tools that we might need to repair, electrical stuff or anything that might break. The camping chairs go back here. We've got a foldable ladder back here. Things we need for cute Instagram pictures stay back here. It's pretty much just everything that I can't fit in the front comes back here. I think my biggest piece of advice for anybody considering doing van life or any kind of alternative living is to just go for it, because you're never gonna feel ready. It never feels like the right time. You're never gonna do enough research, and you're never gonna be as prepared as you wanna be. You just gotta jump into it and do it. It's all a big learning experience. And building this van and living in this van has changed my life exponentially for the better. And I just hope that anybody who's considering it gives it a try. Thanks for hanging out in my van with me today. All of my van life content can be found on YouTube and Instagram, both at Samantha R. Olmstead. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I also hope to see you out on the road.